And now we are officially live in the flesh with the Brady Bunch. We're all here, baby. We're all here. so, hello everyone. Hello everyone. I see we got a lot of comments here. A little bit of a different format. You may be familiar, some might not be familiar. But I, Anthony Venture, was inducted into what's called the community. Back in Sledge's live stream, the last one of the year. It's a group of amazing people, and I guess this is the first one that I'm, directly on, and I guess I'm also hosting. So we have some amazing people here. We got Joe Barretto, Sledge Inc. Team, Call Me Lonnie, Kiki's Adventures. Some amazing people. So we'll have some fun tonight, and we'll see how it goes. We'll see what's happening. First, of course, before we do anything, introductions, saying hello, got to hit up Jordan. You guys, you, Sledge, and Joe were talking to Jordan the other day.
That was fun on Sunday. Smart guy.
Great guy. Big time very soon, I think. We got Mr. Mike Newland, who's one of the best people in the spaces. Definitely, Mike. Appreciate you being here. Sonny Money, got a new fellow credit card YouTuber coming out. I like the glasses. He's always wearing the shades now, so I like it.
Sonny.
Davos saying we're late, just like all the statement credits. Cesar, what's going on? Oh, Chad and Venture getting that last set of bench presses in before going live. I didn't go today. I was thinking about it, but I ended up not doing it. I was doing some other thing. But it'd be cool to have a gym in here. Memphis Mike, crickets, unbelievable. 1 minute late, and everyone's already freaking.
And don't start blaming everybody. Anthony was the one we were waiting for. He was the latest one. I guess it just comes with the community.
It comes with the community. Unbelievable. Mr. John coming in hot with a 2 spot. Click on the like and subscribe buttons. John, our beloved favorite, of everybody. Chad says, I guess they'll let anyone into the community. Yes, Sledge, that was a bad move letting me in. That was a bad move. And I think we actually have someone joining the stage here, folks. Anyone want to guess who's coming into the stage, you guys?
I'm going to say Chad Money Minutes, 4 a.m. in Dubai.
Yeah. I'm going to say Chad.
Are you sure? Final answer?
No.
Or Jackie.
You're right. It's Jackie.
Wepa!
Wow.
Wepa, guys.
Wow. Nice to meet you, Jackie.
Ultimate Wepa last night. Jackie broke it. Yep. 10 out of 10.
Absolutely.
Joe, my daughter comes in now and she's like, why were you saying Wepa last night? They heard you when I was playing video games. They're like, your mom's going crazy.
Oh my God.
Welcome.
Thank you.
He gets you with that. He's all nice, and then all of a sudden he says, listen, you have to actually destroy your voice when you come on. You have to start screaming.
I remember when I saw you.
Right. Yeah. I had a lot of practice over the years with Joe. He's let me test things over and over. Chad is, as Sledge just said, he's man, I know I love this community. I'm coming in hot at 4 a.m. in Dubai. Jeez.
Worldwide Chad.
Absolutely.
He sent us a picture from 150. What was it? 154th floor, Sledge?
Something like that. Something crazy like that.
154. I would cry and vomit all at the same time. Like what the?
154. That's higher than the Empire State Building.
100%. Yeah, by 54.
Crazy,
by 54. Yeah. Wow. Sean B, I'm happy. Anthony, you survived the snow again. Appreciate it. Cal Barton, Juan. Meow Mix, we got Boxer, Noah, a bunch of people in here. Okay, so at least from my knowledge of how these things go, usually everybody has some sort of a topic. Someone has something to talk about, and then we just kind of go into it, right? So I guess just to start off, I'll just say something that's been on my mind lately. It's something I did a live stream last week about, and maybe you guys have some insight to my dilemma here. Now, my dilemma, and some of you guys who were here last week would be annoyed, but my dilemma is this is going to be the most I ever have to pay taxes, and I'm really having a hard time figuring out which card to put this on to get the most points possible. I'm guessing the taxes are end up being between $5,000 and $7,000. I think it's going to be around there, and I'm just trying to figure out. I'm like, it's like enough to get like an ink card welcome offer, but I don't think I can get any more. I think I'm at my limit. I'm like, I want to get a business gold, but I think that's too high of spend, 15K, something like that. So I don't know. What are you guys doing for your taxes, if you're owing taxes this year? What do you guys think?
I think the answer depends, but that's what I always say. But here's my factors, right? Are you currently short on any of your transferable currencies? Because in my mind, that should be the only option, unless you have something that you're trying to book and you're short points on. 2, do you need to float 0% APR? If yes, you got to go down that rabbit hole of maybe Bank of America or Chase or, etc. If not, perhaps you just top up on American Express points. Let's get these things while the getting is good. Rather easy, American Express Business Gold, if I was to give a specific card recommendation. But those are my factors. Straight like that.
Okay, Keith.
That's good. If you're Amex, the Blue Business Plus, right? 2 times at least. And if you're Chase, if you can't get an ink unlimited, the Freedom Flex Unlimited 1.5 at the very least, better than 1. Because Robinhood doesn't let you, right, guys? I think Chad said that he has a Robinhood Gold card. They don't let you process it, which is whack because it's 3 times, but they don't let you process it.
Yeah.
I've never actually paid my taxes with credit cards, and I wait to the very last moment. Not even like the last day. I'll wait till the very last moment. I hate giving people my money.
I just at the mailbox at 11:59.
So I still have like 3 months to think about it. What I'm really gonna do. Let me take that back. I'm gonna take that back. I have paid it, but at the time I was working on a sign-up bonus. I really didn't have to decide what card I was using. That was the difference. But yeah, just to decide, like this year, I probably won't be working on sign-up bonus. I don't know, but yeah, either way it goes, it's gonna be April, whatever 15th or whatever day it is.
Whatever.
Oh my goodness.
Slade has his own freaking month
I'm gonna need you to know what day it is.
On his time, he pays his taxes, not on the government's time. Yeah, that's funny. That's funny.
Sam,
And I
left the chat.
Oh wait, who?
Uncle Sam, gone.
Oh, right, yeah.
They're like, oh shit, his Sledge. Dante, his government name, Dante. There goes Dante.
Oh my goodness, unbelievable. I want to say, fun, always fun to have you here. Came with a 5 spot. He said, "Team, please give us your best hack to get a massive boost in points. Throw us a bone." I mean, I'll just say, like he mentioned, like I'm short on membership reward points. I might very well just pay 5, 7K, whatever I have in taxes on that business gold, get a cool 200,000 if that offer is still available. 200,000 membership reward points personally. What do you guys think? Doesn't have to be obviously taxes. Could be anything. Get a massive boost in points in a short amount of time. What do you guys think?
Lately I've been paying my mortgage with my Built card. And since Built is so good to transfer the points for travel, that's basically what I've been using lately. I've just been putting everything there. And then since I still have to pay my mortgage on a monthly base, even though I have interest, I just liquidate it. I pay it off. I've been putting everything there lately. That's the card I've been using.
Jackie, can you do me a favor? I literally at 6:53, I swear to God, Carlos Gomez, who's always on our channel, said, "I don't miss your episodes. Always watch them on Wednesday while at work." So he's talking about you last night. How does she pay her mortgage through Built? If it really is it really possible? That motivates me more to search for a house. As of right now, the card really racks up on points just with rent. How do you do it? Because you mentioned ACH and some people had a question about that.
Right. So at first, what I tried to do it was, like when you pay something with your credit card, like if it was bought, but for some reason that was declined. So what I do is I go to pay my rent. I just put the information there of my mortgage, and I do send an ACH check. I don't get paid. I don't get anything extra on it. But yeah, I've been doing it already for maybe 6 months, something like that. And it works all the time. They do take a little bit long to get the check. I guess while they get the check, it was sent out and all that. So what I do is I try to send it at least 2 weeks, before the 1st, just to make sure that it does get there on time. But I haven't had any hiccups at all. But I do it like if I'm paying my rent. It doesn't say you can pay your mortgage. I just go there and I pay my rent. And I don't have Wells Fargo, because some people say that you can only pay your mortgage if you have, if your mortgage is through Wells Fargo. Mine is not through Wells Fargo, and I have not had any hiccups whatsoever. But if you start reading now on the built card, I think that's something that they are implementing anyway now for 2025. Mm-hmm. It's how to pay your mortgage with a card.
Thanks for breaking that down step by step. I think that's something that a lot of people had as a question. So I appreciate it.
I got a quick question. This is for the people that's up here on the stage. Other than Jackie and Joe, when the last time have you seen a check?
Yesterday.
Top of the month for me.
I have to, my landscaper only takes checks. He won't take any other thing. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Your landscaper?
I have to buy stamps. I kid you not, so I can mail him a freaking check, because he doesn't accept Venmo, nothing. No cash, Venmo. Not even cash to the guys when I see them. No.
You're a perfect example of somebody that can use the bill card, Joe, then, because they'll send the check directly to your landlord and you're racking up the points.
Huh.
No, he's up with his landscaper, the person that cut his grass.
Oh, the
landscaper. Yeah, the landscaper. Yeah. Wow. Okay, that works.
Yeah. For me, it's my child care, because where we take them, they don't accept any type of credit card. This is it's a mom and pop spot that we drop my kid off at.
Right.
So I have to write a check, but I'm diligently trying to look for a way where I can turn that into points. Because every month it's just like, man, this could be points, and I'm getting nothing.
Hey, talk to them and send them a check. Just put rent. I'm paying my rent. Put their information. Just let the check go to them. Just giving ideas, guys. Just giving ideas.
I love it. All right, let's get back to the question. Did we answer this on the screen? I see we have a lot of questions, so I just want to make sure we answer everybody tonight.
Massive boost in points. I mean, there's so many different paths you can take right there. I talk about point stacking often with travel shopping portals. Mileage plus X is probably one of the easiest, because you can mix it with the shopping portal. And if you use a Chase card within that application, it actually codes as whatever that is. So for example, if it's a restaurant and you buy that gift card in the app with the restaurant with the Chase card, you'll get the 3X on the Chase card plus the boost that you get from the Mileage plus X app at the exact same time, all in one transaction. And then you can still put that into a shopping portal. Now, there's also one other that I recently just learned about, and that is if you have a Amex charge card, so the green, the gold, or the platinum, you have a feature attached to those cards that's automatically activated. You're automatically opted in. It's called pay over time, which is kind of like pay me later. You can actually deactivate that. And if you wait, just deactivate it. So I don't have a green, but I have a gold and a platinum. I've deactivated on both in December. One of my cards already got the offer in my Amex account saying, hey, if you activate pay over time, I'll give you 20,000 MR points. And so, boom, easy 20,000 MR points. Did not cost me a penny.
How do you get that? I've had my pay over time off for years now, and they never send me any points at all.
Flip it on and off. Turn it on, turn it off.
Wait a minute. I got a question about that. You said that when you got your cars, it was already turned off?
It was already turned on. I didn't know it was
pay over time was already turned on?
Yeah. Yes.
Wow. With any of my charge card, you would have to turn it on.
Yeah.
No, for me, I didn't even realize. I didn't even realize there was an option that it was
for every charge card I ever had with Amex.
Yeah, I didn't realize there was an opt-in, opt-out. It was automatically on. And like my gold card, I've had over 2 years. I'm like, man, I could have done this like 2 or 3 times. Like, your upgrade, downgrade strategy, Sledge. I probably could have done this 2 or 3 times by now.
Yeah, I'm sure you could have. That's interesting though. Yeah, all of mine were already were never turned on. I mean, were never turned off. They came in or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, Sledge's up and down could be another boost. I'm on part 1 of that. I downgraded from the platinum to the green, and literally in less than that day, they gave me an upgrade option to go back to the gold for 30,000 points with 1,000 spent.
Yeah, right
in 6 months, which is nothing. So, and then the option for platinum is still there with 50,000 points, with 2,000 spend.
Oh, you'll do that this week, Joe.
My property taxes are due February 1st. That's an easy slam dunk.
See, but it also depends on what type of, annual fee you talking about playing, or it's a whole bunch of factors here.
Right.
Me, I suggest you just, if you're not even looking for a sign-up bonus, just do it with your natural spending. It's like it's hard to get a boost on something without going overboard trying to do it. When you talk, a boost to me is a lot of points, right? A lot of points is like a sign-up bonus or something, or an upgrade offer. So,
Right.
Yeah. I have a good way it's a real easy, like Sledge, I understand your point about things being hard and, you don't want to, do too much. You just, normal spend. I have the easiest way to get a massive boost in points, like the most points you could think of. And the easiest way, I think, is just go and buy a house with an EXP agent with Built, and you'll get 0.5 points per dollar spent on that house. So, just go out, get a $500,000 house, you'll get 250,000 Built points, and then what are you worried about? And then you're good.
Easy.
And
Super easy. Nice.
I would say that's the easiest way to get a massive boost. I will say something funny that Jackie said that I thought was funny that happened to me was that you said with Built paying the mortgage, it takes like a little bit of time. So I tried that on my first ever mortgage payment just a few months ago. We just bought the house. And it ended up being like on a weekend, or at least the day before. And like, I think I did it too late on a Friday. So I actually missed my first mortgage payment by like a few days because that took so long. And I was starting to freak out. I was like, wait, is there an issue with this? Until I actually researched and realized like nobody really cares if you miss your mortgage payment until like after 15 days, you get like a penalty, but nobody actually says anything to you until like 30 to 60 days in. I was like, that's kind of crazy. I had no idea. And same with car loans and stuff like that. I just thought it was funny. I also want to say Manuel Jimenez, 5 super chat. Appreciate you, man.
Well, how you doing, puppy?
Good man. Appreciate you being here as well in that super chat. So I just thought that was funny that you said that, Jackie. It's like, oh my God, the first one, and I got to be late. Let me see here. So we see Chad is talking about that Amex Pay overtime. It took him a while to get that. Yuri says it's now automatically on, I guess, when you get cards. Maybe if you upgrade a card now or downgrade it, or even if you just apply for one, maybe the pay overtime is automatically on. QC Man's asking, is your landscaper older than you, Joe? Taking checks, which that's some hard work.
Ageism, and that's not right. And I think I expected better of you, QC Man. Okay, as the elder statement of this group, because we know Key is 25 and Jackie's 26. All right,
That's crazy.
So,
Younger than me. Insane.
Anthony,
Amazing.
forget about it. All right,
I'm not thanking you. You're right.
Well,
And then
he's young.
And then Don Kim said, I learned how to write checks while watching The Price is Right with Bob Barker during the 80s. So that's interesting. Is that a thing? He used to write checks or something?
Yeah, when they used to do
when they won,
yeah, when you had the big check.
Oh,
right?
yeah,
with like a Sharpie.
Wait, like when they showed up at your house, like with the
no,
big check?
not the guy, the prize guy. No, this is on The Price is Right. Yeah.
Oh, whoops.
You weren't born yet, Key. He's
My bad.
R.I.P. R.I.P. Bob Barker.
The punch out game, Joe. That was it. Where they like
you get, yeah, and then you get the thing through correct. Plinko or Pachinko, whatever that was, with the thing
Plinko.
Yeah, man. My grandma used to watch that show religiously, so I know all about it.
Oh, that's funny.
Somebody saying something there I can't even see. Oh, can you turn off the pay over time on the desktop? Yeah, there you go.
I did mine on desktop. I didn't even attempt to see it in the app or not, so I won't be able to answer on that side, but desktop for sure.
Yeah, I'm not usually the spoon feeding type, but grab your notebook. If you log into the app, you select the card that has pay over time. So those are like the greens, the golds, the platinums of American Express, true American Express cards. You then go to account services. And once you're there, you select, and I'm just doing this with you, you select payment and credit options. From there, you're on your own, but that is the biggest spoon I can ever provide.
That's awesome.
Whoa.
Show.
Feed me, Key. Feed me.
I've seen this on the, I think it's I'm not sure if it's my Hilton card or my blue business card, but I've seen it as well. And I was like, I didn't even pay attention. I'm like, well, since I just send them the money, it doesn't affect me. But it's so you see it on other cards as well. Yeah.
Okay,
Interesting.
that's helpful.
And I want to just say before we get into some other things, and forgive me, I'm not used to hosting like this, so I'm a little bit slow on certain things. So forgive me, not used to it. Kevin actually said, "What my question was, what is the biggest purchase that any of you ever made on one credit card?" I thought that was fairly interesting. I think I have to think about my answer though.
Yeah, for me, annually, I pay my full year premium on my whole life insurance. So
wow.
recurring, that's my biggest purchase of every year. I think on a credit card for sure. Or I guess, I don't know, tax payments, I guess, but those aren't always required, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, for me, it'd either be tax or a down payment or part of a down payment on a car.
You know what? I've answered this question. I don't know on how many lives, so it's off the top of my head. The most I've ever paid for one purchase, the biggest purchase I ever made was $17,000 when I had the business goal, but it was for another business that I have outside of YouTube, and that was it. Yeah.
Wow. When are we going to learn about what that business is, Sledge? You're never going to let us know.
Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad in Tampa.
I mean, nothing crazy. One of my buddies, I invested in one of my buddies. He had this dream of owning this business where he owned 2 trucks. Let me take that back. I own 2 trucks, and he pick up kids from school. Right, he got a contract with a school, and he pick up the kids from school. I think at this point he pick up like 16 kids between the two trucks. And the only thing I do is invest in the business and get a return from the business.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And this is the second time I've ever invested in one of my friends. It's one of my good friends, so it's like my brother. You know what I'm saying? So I trust him more than I trust anybody else. And we're not even in the same state. But every single month, when it's time for that money to come to my account, it's there. You know what I mean?
I got to give it to you.
Anything in at this point.
I got to give it to you, Sledge, because how was that business proposal? All right, I got this business idea. I'm going to get a truck and pick up kids in a school. That's the end of the business.
No. He had already.
I'm all in.
I'm all in.
All right, we're moving on. Next question. Next question.
That was over 5 minutes.
Only Joe would think this.
And you're all thinking it. Come on, man.
I was not thinking that.
I wasn't.
Nobody was thinking that.
No,
my invisible mind was not thinking that.
Sunny Money says, "Where are you taking these kids?"
Yeah, that's my point. Lonnie's like, "Damn." Lonnie has his hood on. He's like, "Damn, that was my thought for a business." I don't
know. I've also bought. My son has a plumbing company, and when he needs like a big equipment, we've bought it on the credit card. I always on my Chase Inc. What I do, I think we spend the highest was like 14,000. And what I do is I always call them first, and I'm like, hey, I'm going to have this big transaction. That way I don't have any hiccups. Because you know how sometimes you try to do a big transaction and then it's like, did you do this? Yes, no. Okay, well, retry or something like that. So I always call them. I'm like, hey, you know, I'm getting ready to do this transaction. And that way I don't have any hiccups as I go for that.
That's a good point. I know not a lot of people have the card, but the Capital One Venture X Business is a charge card, and oh my god, and as a result of that, sometimes you have to like use like the check my spending power button in order to have your charges approved, or just call them on the phone like, hey, I have a X amount of dollar charge I'm about to put through, and they'll approve you for like 24 hours or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, I did that once. And actually it was related. My biggest purchase was taxes 2 years ago. I did it on a retention offer on a platinum. It was like 5K and I got 50K points, something like that, or 40K points. So 5K was the max. But to your point, I actually called them, and I think it must have been that purchase. I think I called them and I was like, hey, I have a purchase coming through. You know, like you said, Jackie, just to be sure, you know, because it's not normal. And I remember the person on the phone saying like, almost like, like shocked. Like this didn't, they just didn't like fully understand at first. It's like, oh yeah, yeah, you're fine, or something like that.
Right.
I was like,
What you
is
calling us
nobody
for?
like I heard this over the years. I just thought I was like, that's what you're supposed to do. But I don't know. He just seemed the guy on the phone seemed weird about it. I don't know.
I mean, sometimes it goes through, but sometimes there's that, that hiccup, and then you have to like recharge it and all that. So.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Our good man, the Jordan Rules for Credit. It's a great name, by the way. It's it's his rules.
Yeah,
it's his rules. Anyone use 0% offers to invest money in high yield savings account instead of paying balances in full each month? Just learned this from, as Sudge would say, the guy, Fat Stacks Academy, Nate, over there.
Nate.
So what do you guys think about that?
How does that work? I don't even know how that works. Seriously.
So like, instead of like if you have $1,000 in a on your Ink Unlimited right now, instead of me taking money in my bank account and paying it off, they'll just allow that to be on that card, get 0% interest for whatever the time is, like 12 months, something like that. Pay the minimum every month, and then just invest or save that $1,000 in a high yield savings account to make like 4%. So instead of since it's at 0% of the card, there's technically no harm to holding that balance. In the way of interest. So yeah, some people do that. Calby talked about that. He was like, it's like a whole nother sign-up bonus, like save money or invest it in that way. You guys ever do that? I'll say for me, I recently did that when I was going to buy the house, because I was like, there's a lot of expenses. Let's see how this feels to keep money aside or keep it in the brokerage account and not pay off these during 0% APRs. And then I don't know, like a month later, I was like, why am I doing this? I just don't like seeing the number being that high. Even if it was like it made sense financially, I just didn't like the feeling. So I ended up just paying off the cards. I was like, I don't really see. It's like the money was in there anyway. It wasn't like I had money sitting in the checking account. Like it wasn't necessarily accumulating. I just had other in a brokerage account. But I don't know. I just thought about it. What do you guys think about that?
I had it was something similar. It's very similar. What I did, I had a pretty high purchase. The purchase was $7K. Right. I'm thinking about $7K out of my account to pay for this, or I could put it on a 0% interest card. I put the $7K at the time. Andrew's Credit Union was running CDs for 5% for 12 months. So I put it in the CD for 12. I put the $7K in the CD for 12 months, and I'm paying, you still have to pay monthly on the $7K purchase. But at the same time, the $7K that I put in the CD is going to 5% the whole time. And then when it got to the 12 months, I just pulled that, paid off the remaining balance, and banked everything that I had left, and then invested that money. So, and it's essentially the same thing as putting it in the high yield savings account, but it's stuck in there for that 12 months.
Yeah. I was also thinking, Jackie.
Oh, I'm sorry. I agree with Slade too. I'm a little bit risky when it comes to that, and I like that. I like using the 12 months interest free to, inject the money somewhere else. And just let it work for you, and then just take it back once you finish, liquidate the card, and just rinse and repeat for another investment.
For sure.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people right now are not financial advice, but a lot of people are taking those 12 months interest free, 18 months, and they're putting some money in the crypto game. So
as Memphis Mike would say, just take the money and put in XRP. Thank me later. Oh my goodness. That's how you
how long you keep it in there.
It was funny because I was thinking about it. I did a video yesterday talking about like the Morgan Stanley Platinum card, and it's like, you get a free Platinum card if you have this, Cash Plus account. You have to have 25K in there, and then they give you a free Platinum. And I was just thinking, like, with rates being so high, just 25K in a 4% yield account, that's $1,000 a year. That's your free Platinum card. But I think a lot of people don't think about that necessarily, or I guess they just assume, like, I guess they parse it out where it's like, okay, this money is invested for my future, not for my credit cards or something like that. But I just thought it was interesting. Like, there's a lot of ways to recoup an annual fee outside of like just the cards themselves, I guess. And I don't know. It would be interesting if people segmented some of their investments based on you know, where they're going to put that money after the fact. Mm. But Sledge, I know you had a topic that you wanted to bring up. I don't know if you wanted to share it now.
Yeah, for sure. Authorized users. And I got, you know what, when I watched you guys' videos yesterday, I watched you guys'
That's a
video
touchy
yesterday.
subject, bro.
No. When I watched you guys' video, because I was already thinking about it. And then I watched you guys live on my way to work this morning. And authorized users, like, who would you trust as authorized users? Like, it's the trust factor. I mean, you know, and the reason I really wanted to bring it to the forefront is because I looked at a lot of the comments in Joe's video, and I feel like a lot of the audience were scared away of the bank, when the bank is pretty much assessing their risk and saying, nah, I'm not with this. You know what I'm saying? So in any bank would do it. But my question is, even with legal authorized users, because that's what we would be using, legal authorized users. What do you think is the amount of authorized users you would all have, and cut it off at that limit?
I read it up for me. I got the Ritz card. So I think I probably got about 10, 12 authorized users technically.
Jeez.
Yeah. So
These are all authorized users.
Oh, wow.
Literally on the Amex.
Huh.
One day.
But if you have the card, Joe, that's essentially just you having the card.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Happened with this one was that they were on an older account I had. And when I, re-upped the card, I guess because they were already there, they just did it automatically. I called them when I started getting the emails and they said, confirm. I said, wait a minute, I never ordered these for them anymore. So they sent them to me. They said, it's too late. We're just going to send them to you and you could just get rid of them. I was like, all right. But Amex doesn't have a limit. It looks like, 9 is a lot on an Amex card, but
yeah.
Jackie got slammed.
I don't think they have a limit on authorized users.
Well,
my thing, I don't know if it's 9 people I would trust with authorized users.
But then there's that guy with the truck.
Here's the thing though, with authorized users, for the most part, Chase is probably like the only one you can't do this with. But you can actually go in and lock the cards. So even if someone has it's really mostly for like lounge access or something like that. Chase is the only issuer that I can think of, and like a couple other local banks, but I'm not going to put myself on blast, that you can't lock individual cards down.
Oh, I didn't know Chase, you can't do that.
Good luck with Chase.
Yeah, so going to authorized users, I had a surprise. I had a Spirits card that I have Bank of America 2 business accounts and a personal account, 21 years. So I'm going to say the Spirits card, 10, 15 years, even probably longer. Never been higher utilization, never had a late payment, nothing shady. I had a credit line of $20,000. I only owed $500. I had 3 authorized users from before, which my kids are 23, so I probably put them when they were 18 or 17. I had my uncle, and then in between November and December, I added a co-worker, and I added 2 more people. Actually, I'm like, don't worry, I'll help you build your credit. Don't worry. So December 31st, I get an email. Your credit line has been closed for fraudulent activity. I'm like, oh my God, somebody hacked into my credit card. I called Bank of America. Oh, I couldn't even go into the app. They had closed it. So I didn't even know what was going on at that time. And I got a little bit scared because I have the business accounts and everything. I called them. The rep was extremely nice. He didn't know what was going on. He's like, let me check. I don't see anything weird. He comes back 15, 20 minutes, out away. And then he's like, you know what? They closed your account because you added more than 5 authorized users. I'm like, "Oh, but I've been with you guys. I've never received a paper." And I said, I even had a script. I'm like, "Look, I work for a halfway house, like part-time, and I'm trying to help people build their credit." They're like, "I'm sorry." He's like, "Look, I'm really sorry because I see how your credit, you have such good credit. You know, there's nothing going on, but you can reapply, but we cannot just open this card again." So there goes $20,000 slash. A week later, I have a corporate card with them, the travel corporate card. Again, I had it for years. I owed probably like $5,000. I had a credit line of $22,000. Same situation. Boom, it's been closed. I couldn't get into the app. I called them because I'm like, wait, I don't have any authorized users on this card because business does not report to personal. Let me see what's going on. I called them. They're like, "No, there was something in your credit that, you know, there was an alert or something like that." I'm like, "What are you talking about? You know, I don't know what's going on." Then I'm thinking, in November, first time ever, I forgot to pay my husband's lease. I got a late payment on the lease with 2 payments left. I called them, Goodwill, they didn't want to do it. I already sent my disputes. So I think what happened was, because I still have my other credit cards with Chase 55 on the business. I have the Hilton American Express for $31,000 on the personal. I think what happened was that when it triggered that, they went in and they looked and they saw that late payment in November, and they're like, "Something's going on with this person. We're not going to risk it." So within a week, they closed probably roughly like $45,000 that I had of credit.
Wow.
Then I received a letter like a week ago and says they didn't do it, but this is how far they can take it. If I don't know how they word it, but that they can even freeze the money that I have in the account until I pay off the $500 and the $5,000. So with authorized users, that's something that I didn't know I was doing actually. And they didn't even ask me. I'm like, "Oh, don't worry, I got you guys." So you have to be careful. Obviously, I've heard with American Express that you can have tons of authorized users. So that's definitely not an issue for them. But we have to call each credit card, each institution, and check before we do anything like this, because I lost $45,000 for nothing, to be honest. And forget about the money. Right now, I'm with my hands tied because everything came at the same time. I had that late payment, but I lost the history. I lost the age that I had with that Spirits card. So, you know, it all depends, I guess, who you're dealing with, what banks. And like I said, I've never had anything shady going on. I have money going in through those accounts. So, and they were really tough. Really tough. No games, no warnings, no nothing.
Straight. You know what I'm thinking for the bank, just from the bank's perspective, if you had, because like you say, because you had the late payment, right?
Yeah.
They're probably looking at, I'm thinking they're probably looking at the authorized users and they seeing different addresses and things like that. They're thinking this person's selling off the authorized.
That's what I thought. Yeah, that's probably what they thought.
And we had another guy in the community named Constantino, and pretty much it was the same thing with him. He said that he said that his authorized users had a couple late payments or something like that, and Amex ended up closing all of his cards down. You know, when the bank thinks that it's a risk to them. You know what I mean? Like when the bank thinks that it's a risk to them, and they go just cut the losses at that point. So
yep. So I mean, you don't know what you don't know.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Joe over there with 29 authorized users.
Well, I had them as users. And you know what I did? Honestly, I got them when you could get the companion pass for certain people that didn't cost you anything, and they would get whatever at the airport, you know, TSA or whatever the hell it was, pre-check. So I got it for my nieces and my nephews, all of them. But then they got married and whatever, had their kids, and then they got their own cards. So, you know, no harm, no foul. But
you kicked them to the curb like that?
Well, you know what? They're grown already. They got their own. They could, you know what? Yeah, they didn't take Uncle Joey on that trip. Uncle Joe, he got them through passes really quick. So, you know.
Hey,
For me, it's only my wife.
that's
I
it.
wouldn't even give an authorized user to my parents, because my parents, if they went and used a card, I can't really get mad at them, you know? Like,
Yeah.
you know, if my mom put $600 on my card, I'm just gonna eat it. Be like, all right, mom, like,
Right.
happy birthmas.
600. Really, they brought you into this world, bro. They'll take you out. It's like,
Right.
you gotta just swallow that one. Keep it,
right.
you know.
So how do you solve it? Just don't give them a card.
But you know what? In all fairness, to put somebody as an authorized user, it means you're just a wonderful person.
Oh, for sure.
Right? Key.
For sure.
And you know, just sweet, you know, trusting, loving, kind, all those good stuff.
Man.
Until you get played, and then you just don't.
Hey, you can't be that person. No. Hey, look, how many likes this video got, man? 42 likes. It is 100 people in here.
I just wrote that. I just did.
It is 100 people in here, man. We got 42 likes. What is
people
up
lost
with
their
that?
thumbs. They're like this. I don't understand. They can't hit like.
Come on. Hey, they don't get them likes up, man. I'm a dip. I'm sorry. What is up with that, man? That's crazy. Like, that is crazy.
But then just one
it
other
don't
thing.
cost nothing.
No.
It don't cost anything.
Yo,
man.
right now I hear John R in my head when he does a video. It doesn't cost anything.
It don't cost anything. There we go.
Cost anything.
Let's go.
It doesn't make or break your day, actually.
No. Hit that down button. I blame Israel. Israel says I hit my like. All right, Israel, hit everybody else's. James, you didn't hit it. James, you hit it. James. No pressure. No pressure.
The only other thing I would add about authorized users, just use it as a part of my strategy. So like I said, I only got my wife, you know, That's it. But like with, for example, like Amex, where it's not as easy to get your points to one unified account, basically it's almost impossible. Like it's pointless for me to have the gold card to use for groceries and then her have a separate gold card to use for groceries if I'm the main account that's going to be like using those Amex points where we're going to be booking. So then yes, I'll just give her an authorized user. And then of course, if y'all I'm pretty sure anyone watching this right now probably has an Amex card, so they know about what it looks like in the app. And when you log into your account online, it'll put the initials of that authorized user right there. So like she go to Trader Joe's, I know she went to Trader Joe's, you know, so it gives him that peace of mind. Yo, what you using the card for?
But now you clocking your wife and tell everybody you clocking your wife too. That's kind of shady there. You know, Lonnie, come on, bro. That's your wife.
Stay out my business, Joe.
She's like, oh man.
Sometimes you got to. She's a spender.
No, I'm not saying a word.
Look, I've met Terry as well, but like my wife gets a cardboard box delivered almost every day at this house. So sometimes I just got to check. You're like, yo.
I ain't saying a word. This is too easy to get in trouble, kid. I ain't doing it. Anthony, don't say a word, Anthony. The cage is right back there.
All right, I have a question.
She's got her own.
I have a question. So last year, there was a promotion to get a Southwest Companion Pass from January to March of this year. So I fulfilled that promotion back in Q4. I'm having the toughest time. Should I get Companion Pass for after that? What do you guys think? Any feedback? Has anyone ever had the Companion Pass?
If you take me, I'll be glad.
Yeah, if you can use it.
Do you have to pay cash for your flight and then the Companion Pass?
It's up to you. It's up to you. So you can use points or cash. It doesn't matter, or gift cards if that's how you're rolling with some of these incidental.
The reason I asked that is because Delta don't allow. Delta is cash in the Companion.
Right.
That's why I asked that.
This Companion Pass is different than any other Companion Pass. This is good. This would be good for March of 2025 through December 31st, 2026. If I got it.
I'm getting another one then. If I'm you, I'm just gonna keep getting them. Why not?
Get it for after it expires? Okay. That's what I was thinking, but I was like, dang, like.
If you can use points with it.
Oh, yeah.
Man, I would definitely do it.
Bet. Thank y'all. Appreciate it.
I wanted to say something with the Companion Pass. So, like with the Companion Pass, they tell you because if you get it like either at the end of December, early January, something like that, you can get instead of 1 year, like 2 years with the Southwest. So I got my points, and a lot of those points didn't come in or they didn't post until later on. So when I called them, I'm like, listen, I had my points. I think it was $135,000 or something like that. They're like, no, it didn't. Even though you did the transaction, it didn't post until later. So you guys got to be careful how you do it, because it can be a little bit tricky, and then you can lose, like I did, the time frame with the companion pass.
No, for sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
so when did your points hit? I mean, that sounds like a good problem for the most part.
Yeah, so it was supposed to hit either, I don't remember right now if it was like supposed to hit either late December, or do it late December, so it hits either late December, early January. But I even added, the last thing I did was I added my mother. I opened a card for my mom, because if you when you send your link, you get like 20,000 points or something.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that counts.
Yeah, so it came later on, so I lost the companion pass.
Wait. But if you hit 135,000 last year, you should be good.
Because it didn't fall. Even though I did the transactions and everything that the year, it didn't fall until the next year. So
but that would be better for you. You want it to hit at the beginning of a year.
That's what they told me, and that I did it.
So
how
you
I
have companion pass now.
Do it. But when I called them, they're like, no, it didn't hit in the time frame. I could have maybe gone back and fight and all that, but I have so many things going on that I was like, forget it. But just be careful. I just want to tell you guys, just research it. Be careful when it hits and all that, because you can lose it as well very easy, depending when those, when those points are they come on your credit cards. Just be careful with that.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess Juan wants to ask here. He says, I don't get the companion pass. Why am I going to do all that spending just so someone else can fly for free? What do you think on that?
I actually answered them inside of the chat. What if that person flies with you anyway? You know what I'm saying? Like if that person flies with you anyway, then why not use the points and use a companion certificate? So for somebody who flies solo all the time, a companion certificate don't make sense. But if you fly with someone else anyway, because I don't understand why not having a companion pass would make sense.
Filmo makes all the sense in the world here. Look at Filmo.
He said we had a companion pass last year. It was great, except for the flying Southwest part.
That's true. I hear you, but remember, I'm at a small airport. I'm just looking up the statistics right now. That is the #1 flown airline out of my airport. 33% of the flights are Southwest every day. Wow. So I'm with you, but if the math,
like a bougier spirit.
What are we talking about?
I see this other comment about him being in player 1 mode, no player 2.
He's a man.
And I will speak from personal experience that taking somebody on a trip for like your third date can work out very, very well. We just hit 10 years together.
Show him your ring finger, just in case you're confused.
I gotta grab it. I don't wear it in the house.
Okay,
actually.
That's what's up. Man, Lonnie doing it big, man. Third date, you on a plane?
Big time.
She didn't even know she was flying for free.
Yeah. 10 years and a kid later, it worked, man. It worked.
Hey, she go watch this live. Like, wait a minute, that flight was free.
She didn't pay for nothing. She did buy me a steak dinner when we got there, but
no, man, you flew up for free and you got the steak dinner.
Yeah,
you are the man. You are the guy.
That's when he started stacking points, right there. That's what your stacking points started, right there.
That's when it started.
Yeah.
John George's Steakhouse at the Aria, man. Michelin star steakhouse.
Whoa. Michelin star. Yes, sir. Yeah.
She picked up that bill. I'll never forget it, because the only time I've ever seen a woman pick up a bill. No offense to all the women out there.
Mute, Lonnie.
Oh my God. Keith's not paying the bill.
Oh, can I say something, Anthony, real quick before I forget?
Yeah.
I think I put it on our Discord. One of the viewers sent me the link, but that there was a new CEO for the Wells Fargo credit card division part of it. And that could be why they keep pushing back that Wells Fargo Beyond card. Remember that the people that I've been in touch with here at Wells kept telling me it was going to be like winter. Now
Yeah.
it hasn't been anywhere. So they have somebody new running that division. So for the people that were asking me last night about Citibank and Wells, that could be why they kept just pushing it back, because they have somebody new running that credit card division. So just wanted to give you guys a heads up.
We got to realize with Wells Fargo. Remember when they dropped the autograph card, the autograph journey? It was way after they said they was going to drop it. You know what I mean? So yeah, you never know they rhyme or reason on why they doing it, but I'm pretty sure they have a reason on why they pushed it back. You got a question down here. Last comment. What is it from JP Buffett?
Question: what is the panel's thoughts about, instead of using Hilton or Marriott points, cashing out with the CS Plat at 1.1 cents per point and then booking in Amex Travel for 5x? I love that.
I've done it when it made sense. When it made sense, I've done it.
Run the math, baby. Run the math.
Yeah, right.
But on the surface, it's a 10% discount, so take it.
Yeah.
Definitely. I did that specifically at the Waldorf in DC. I say it a million times, but cashed out at 1.1, paid in cash with the Platinum card, through the portal, get 5x there. And then FHR, majority of the time when you put in your Hilton number, you can get the points at Hilton as well. So if you're gold status, whatever, you get 18 points. So it's like 18 from Hilton, 5x from the Platinum card, and then 1.1 from cashing out. It's like, it's way more. I mean, it's powerful. And then, obviously all the other credits on FHR too. I think it's great. In that case.
It's like, why doesn't that make sense? Like, that makes more sense than anything else, right? So
especially if you still got your $200 credit. So you get 10% plus the difference of the extra 200 for FHR. Makes total sense.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Oh man. You know that hotel I was telling y'all about, the Bardo in Savannah, Georgia? I forgot to mention this. They didn't give me $100 property credit. They gave me $150 property credit at this place. And you guys gotta visit this property, man. I'm telling you. And it's not that expensive to go there. I think the credit's 200. I think that the room was like $260 or something like that.
Wow.
So I paid the $60, right? And they give you $150 in credit. Tell them it's your birthday, man. They're gonna give you a free drink at the bar. Man,
I might go there.
Oh, that's amazing.
You know what?
You don't
this
have
is
to
actually
get an Uber or nothing. They take you around in the Escalade anywhere you want to go. Yeah, you gotta visit this property.
This is perfect because I want to ask you, Sledge. I've been trying to, hopefully she's not watching, but I've been trying to find somewhere to take my wife for Valentine's Day. And because some of the places I wanted to ended up, they just like I wanted to book. Well, I was thinking, should I go to the Bardo Hotel?
Man, I'm telling you, Anthony, the freaking customer service at this hotel is, first of all, outstanding. You know what I'm saying? Like, the customer service is outstanding at this hotel, because but the thing is, it's not a Marriott, a Hyatt, a Hilton. It's just its own standalone hotel.
Yeah.
The customer service is outstanding. They're giving you $150 credit in there.
That's crazy.
With FHR. Like I say, when you want to go somewhere, you call down to the front desk, tell them that you want Christian to take you. Christian's the driver. He'll jump in the Escalade, take you anywhere you want to go. It's a very nice hotel, man.
But you know what, Sledge? Let me ask you. You got 150, which is awesome. Yeah. But I think but we have to keep it. What if nobody's done FHR, and I did it last Thursday at the chat wall? They gave me 125, which I thought was fantastic.
Nice,
bro. 2 burgers, a drink for lunch was 118. I was like, damn.
Listen.
Because that was in New York, so it might be different in South Carolina.
Listen, the thing is, okay, from my perspective, right? Just from my perspective, if you're going to these places, even if the restaurant's in that hotel, it's probably going to be some type of gourmet restaurant, right? Yeah. You're going to spend this kind of money when you go to these restaurants. You know what I'm saying? Like, if if that isn't your thing, then I get it. But like Lonnie said, his wife, who was his girlfriend at the time, you know, treated him at the Michelin star restaurant. That's the kind of stuff my wife liked to do. So this is what I'm used to doing. You know what I'm saying? So going to places like this, but $118 for 2 burgers, that's crazy.
But that's my point. But and I'm not.
That's Gordon Ramsay prices.
I should have taken a picture of the menu. I should have taken a picture of the menu because that was, first of all, the only thing I would like to eat off the menu. They had this other weird fragua stuff that was $45. Drinks were $25 for a small cup. I was like, man. Okay, you know, I was able to do it, but nonetheless, it's just for people that haven't done it. If you're going to an FHR, depending on the city,
you spend it.
It's gonna run you, no matter what they're giving you. It's gonna run you. Don't sleep on that one.
It's a luxury hotel, so expect luxury prices.
Right. Absolutely, you got to think about that part as too, right? That part too. You're going to a luxury hotel, right? At the Bardo, the one thing that I didn't like, and this was just me being nitpicky, is because the restaurant is not attached to the hotel. You got to like walk over there. It might have only been like a 2-minute walk, but I'm like, I gotta walk over here. I gotta go outside.
That's being nitpicky.
Over there. You know what I'm saying? It's not actually in the hotel.
Unless it was cold. Like if it was cold, that's not nitpicky.
But you know what? Hey, just because we've gotten this asked before. Anybody again with FHR? I don't know if it was you, Sledge, or Chat, or Anthony, one of you guys. I called and had the concierge set up the hotel. I called and had them set up the restaurant. There is a different way that you get treated when Amex makes the calls on your behalf or any other, because you guys know, because I sent you guys the pictures. I went from a $600 a night room to a $1,500 room for free. They upgraded me to the junior suite. I would have never paid $1,500 for that one room for one night, but Amex put in the call. And you had to see the difference. I got a letter when I went in and checked in from them telling me what I was allowed to get. But it was really cool. Like, you know, they made you feel like people behind me were like, what the hell is this? Like, this guy's getting a letter, this, that, and the third. And they didn't. So there is.
FHR, they supposed to give you that letter, though.
But you're going to pay for it, but it's worth it. It really is worth it. You know?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And actually, bridging on JP Buffett's thing, Yuri said VentureX gives 5 to 10x through the portal. City Premier gives 10x. So it's like also considering, you can cash out at 1.1 with your Schwab and then just use that cash to buy it in some of the other ecosystems as well. Like if you have the Capital One, like if you have the VentureX, you have access to like their Premier collection, which is somewhat equivalent to FHR. I think it's a little less, but or like Chase's Edit and stuff like that. And City, I don't even know what their portal's like, but or in my case, MasterCard. However, the Bardo is not on MasterCard, which I'm upset about. So now I'm in a dilemma, Sledge, where I'm like, I would love to book it, but I don't have access to FHR right now, not having a platinum card. So I'm like, what do I do? Like, what do I upgrade?
Hey, the room was $200 for like $260. But I'm gonna tell you, if you go there, man, you gotta take a ghost tour. This is the creepiest town I've ever been in my life.
It was just Savannah. It was just downtown Savannah.
Period. Talk to some of the people there.
I mean, they're
just
crazy.
Talk to some of the people there. It's a creepy town, bro. Like the town square.
Yeah.
They built that on a burial ground.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's a creepy town, bro. You go on a ghost tour, like the ghost tour is there. It was probably the creepiest ghost tour I've ever been on.
Wow.
Creepier than New Orleans?
The
ultimate walk.
Don't forget about our guy, whatever. I can't even remember his name anymore.
I didn't go.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's
hell
right.
No.
Joe's scared.
That's real, bro. I'm not doing that. You guys gonna get spooked. Good luck.
You missed out on the best tour of your life.
No.
The tour started when my flight landed, so I had to miss out.
That's right.
Nope, not me. He had a question there. Did you answer? Somebody wrote if Key's an affiliate of Travel Freely. Like, is she getting monetized by Travel Freely?
No, I don't have any sponsors, but if anyone does want to sponsor me, my Information is in the description box. So
he is the main one that does travel. I swear to you, push it like, oof. God bless you. That
it's
they
that
really
good.
should.
It's that good though. I've been using it for forever.
I have to say, Richie, he's at the Bazaar right now. That's the Michelin star restaurant at the Waldorf in DC. And he says, very good. That's awesome. That's awesome. I hope you're staying there and getting some credits.
I think that was my wife's favorite stay last year, was that Waldorf in DC.
It was life-changing for me. It was amazing.
Can you tell me? I'm so slow. I thought he was at a bazaar.
Early. I love y'all.
See you, Key.
You're breaking out, Key?
And
I love
I think
you.
Lonnie too, right?
I love it, you, Key. I love it, you.
I gotta walk out too. It's time
what
for
the?
my dad duties
No, they're just dipping. Yo.
All right, guys, I gotta go too. I'll see.
Wow.
No, I'm kidding.
This is what it's become. All right.
Hey.
Appreciate you, Lonnie.
Absolutely. I'm just reading that last comment from Vincent about
Vincent. Yeah, put up Vincent's.
Club Infinite gives access to the renowned hotels and resorts program, which is true. United Cards and the CSR share the old LHR program before the edit came into being. Now, I've used the edit. Edit is basically copy and paste of fine hotels and resorts. There are some minute differences, but it's $100 experience credit. Got to book 2 nights, et cetera, et cetera. Right. It's basically the exact same thing. But I personally didn't have a problem with it. It was cheaper. So I stayed at JW Marriott down in Anaheim when I went to Disneyland a couple of months ago. It was actually cheaper to book the edit than it was to book directly with Marriott or anywhere else. So it was a win for me because I'm saving on using points plus getting all the extra credits and all those extra benefits. Now, United Club Infinite, I know Joe just got that card as well. They do renowned hotels. I'm not going to say it's niche, but once again, you're looking at a very select few of luxury hotels. So expect luxury prices. I mean, you're going to get luxury experiences, but expect luxury prices at the same time. You're not going to see the Holiday Inn in there. So just be aware of that.
Definitely.
And of course, you can use your United Miles to book them, Anthony.
They don't give you,
of course.
This doesn't give you $200 towards it, right? Not like FHR, where FHR gives you $200 once a year as a hotel credit. This doesn't do that, correct?
Not that I'm aware of, but I've never used renowned hotels. I mean, I've played around in their, on their site and looked at stuff, but I've never actually booked anything with renowned hotels and resorts.
Got you. Okay.
No.
Yep.
And you got to stay 2 nights though, right?
Everything's 2 nights. That's
only 1.
Yeah,
I see.
That is baseline across the, across all brands almost.
Okay. Yeah. FHR, you only have to stay 1.
That's true. Hotels. That's true. FHR is 1 night. The other one that they have is 2 nights.
Right. I think everybody compare everything to FHR when they should be comparing it more to the hotel collection.
The thing about FHR is that $200 credit on the platinum, because that takes 2 nights and people get that confused. So you can always just book FHR, but you might not get all credits, all benefits depending on one.
No. You get $200, but you still only have to book 1 night. Well,
really?
FHR.
Yeah, it's 1 night.
The hotel collection, you have to book 2 nights.
Book 2 nights.
Yeah. It's a different program.
My sister found out this weekend the hard way. She stayed in New York City Sunday night into Monday. She thought she did it through FHR. She didn't get a credit at the hotel. She didn't get. She was pissed when she called me. She's like, I thought you did that. I said, which one did you do? She goes, the hotel collection. And go, womp, 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 womp.
You got to pick the dark gray hotels, not the blue hotels.
She was not a happy Puerto Rican.
They need to separate them colors.
Yo, did we lose Jackie?
Yeah, Jackie's out. And so I appreciate y'all.
Dropped off.
I appreciate all y'all. I appreciate everybody in the comments. I will catch y'all very soon.
Take care, puppy. Love to the family, pa. Take care.
This is this might be better. This might be easier. Now I understand why Joe does this screen. Yeah, I mean, I can't talk about these programs enough. I think it's the best thing. I think it's interesting to think about is maybe booking the most luxurious hotel in like the cheapest area, and that's where I found some great value too. Like Savannah again, when I booked the freaking Thompson FHR, oh my god, it was one of the best luxurious stays, best room, nobody was there, and crazy.
Right, keep in mind, I also went to the Thompson that same weekend.
Oh, you did?
Nice. Yeah, I said it because you can't use 2 FHRs in the same hotel.
Yeah.
So I went to the Thompson first, then I went to the Barlow the next day.
How was that? Did they upgrade you?
They did upgrade me, but they just upgraded me to like they upgraded me to a junior suite with the river view.
Yeah,
so you can see the ships come in or whatever.
I know.
Don't get me wrong, it was nice.
It's just
like
cargo ships.
It was nice. I got to ride in the Tesla with the doors that go up and all that.
Did you have the guy? He's like a heavier Spanish guy. Is it? I forget his name.
Yeah, kind of tall, like
yes,
almost bald head guy. Yeah,
great. Yeah, that guy was fun.
Yeah, he was there.
That guy was fun.
Yeah, he was.
You know what, guys? Last year, remember some people were saying that if you book through FHR, you won't get the hotel, like you won't get your loyalty credits or whatever.
People have said that.
That's crap because Hyatt gave me my credit just like instantly, which was rare. Like I got credit for that room at the Hyatt.
I've heard that since before I became a creator. They are wrong.
Yeah, not only
every time.
Yes, not only did I get the credit for points, but that was the 5th different hotel within the Hyatt chain. You know how they give you try different properties. That I got a free night, so you can't beat that. It was
JP.
Yo, JP, how you doing?
From the
there goes some room now.
Hey, JP,
from the chat.
Me and Chad was talking about the summit, man. And I know you've been to the summit in New York, man. That thing is nice, ain't it?
Oh, I loved it. Me and my wife, we loved that one. Like I actually made a little video on it actually, but yeah, it's one of the really nice spot.
I think I got it's a little bit inside of one of my videos. Joe's staying right there in New Jersey, man. You got to get over there to the summit, man.
I don't, bro. But telling somebody from Jersey that lives in Jersey to go to New York, bro.
No, just for this experience.
It's worth.
Like just for this experience, man.
The summit.
Yeah, you got to go to the summit, man.
All right,
it's nice, man. It's like I don't know how many floors up it is, but you see the whole. You're way over New York skyline.
That's where the floor is clear. Is that where the floor is clear that you can step out?
Oh, it's too
scary. Yeah. It's like 92 stories.
But it's different floors.
Oh.
It's different floors, though.
Bro, I did that in Vegas at the Stratosphere Hotel. Right?
Oh no, it's higher than that.
That it has the rides on top of the hotel.
That's correct.
Hell no! I jumped over the clear floor. I was like, nope, not doing this. Nope.
Okay, Joe, listen to this.
I'm a punk.
My 2 youngest kids did that. On the Strat where they had that little roller coaster thing at the top. My kids did that, bro.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. You know what? I didn't do that. My students went on those rides, and I was like, if you don't live, I didn't give you the okay. It's okay. It's just like
my kids did that.
Oh my
God, too scary. That is way too scary. I'll never do that. I hear the Grand Canyon has that now. They have like glass that you can walk out or something.
Nah.
Same.
I'm afraid of heights, right? Listen, I'm afraid of heights. The summit, I wasn't afraid of that. and I'm afraid of heights. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not scary like you think it is.
Okay.
Like it's not. It's more like the floor, more like mirrors than it is glass. You know what I'm saying? It's not really like that. You can see out into the city. But yeah,
no, I'm good.
It's not scary at all, man. Like I say,
where people are taking the pictures at, like that's like one spot. So the most of it's not really
right.
Okay, because I've seen people like look like they're falling off the earth right there.
No, that's like one spot for pictures. That's like an Instagram spot.
Okay,
right, for sure. Yeah, but it's a nice spot, man. It's like something that you got to do if you in Manhattan. If you're in Manhattan, you have to go to the summit for real.
Okay.
Anyway, man, we lost fucking credit cards like crazy.
Boxer has a thing there. Boxer wants to know, what do you guys think of Wells cards?
The autograph card's a good card.
I think so.
The end.
Yeah, I think
true.
The autograph card is a good card. The end.
I don't have
Would you get the journey though?
I wouldn't, but I don't. I can see why it might be okay for somebody, but for me, I personally don't think it's worth $95. Like I just don't think it's a card that's worth $95.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I think Wells Fargo has to get better transfer partners. Like they do. They just have to do it, man. Like even if only one. Like even if only one, man, you have to get a domestic freaking airline. Like you have to. Like,
well, they have choice.
99.9% of America or a world are not going to transfer points to an airline to transfer them to another airline. They're not going to do it.
Even if they add Spirit,
like one domestic airline, man.
They should be the official transfer partner of Spirit. Maybe more people would, you know.
maybe somebody, right?
I'm just
saying,
you know,
Spirit, Frontier already got somebody. Well, Spirit has Bank of America. They have to have somebody, man. Nobody's doing that, man. I won't say nobody's doing it, but majority of the people outside of this credit card space are not doing that, man. They don't even know that they can do it, right? Like they don't even know that they can transfer to British Airways and then fly American. They have no idea they can do it. Right?
Would you say that most people in that case will be using the portals and whatnot, and not really even transferring at all? So like
most people, right? Most people, right? That just makes sense. It's right there for them to use, so they just use it.
Right.
It's something simple for them, man.
So that's why JP thinks you're wrong, Sledge. JP thinks that, you know, listen, if people are using the portals, you know, why do we need transfer partners? If that's what people, you know, majority of people use.
Arguing, so it don't matter.
I remember when JP and I did a live together the first time when we met and everything. I know you had some predictions about Wells Fargo and stuff. I think a lot of which came true, right? Or I didn't really keep up.
I gotta go back and watch that. Like Wells, I got burned with that Wells prediction, honestly, because they took way too long to come out with the journey and whatnot. Mm-hmm. But I think some of it came true though. I think some of it came.
You know,
but they're doing the same thing now.
Yeah, you know? I will say, speaking of like up and coming, different companies and whatnot, I have to just, I have to mention this. Rodrigo said earlier, was Anthony Venture the city insider on Calwi's video? I don't know if you guys seen Calwi's video yesterday, but he had an insider in City explaining some of the things that were going to be released in the future. They had inside knowledge. They did a voice change and everything like that. And some people in that video thought it was me. If you listen to that video and you listen to the guy who is talking on there, no one talk like me on that video whatsoever. There's the incorrect cadence. It's not me, but a lot of people assume it's me. And I was like, if I had inside knowledge on City, I would have leaked it already on live stream. I would have mentioned I worked there. Like you would know. But I just wanted to say, City does seem like with these leaks and some other things that they might be. I think they're going to be like winning 2025. I think probably in the credit card space is my guess, but I don't know if you guys have thoughts of that with that at all. Like JP, I don't know if you have thoughts with City and stuff like that.
I'm a wait and see on City. I don't trust anything City does. Like what was it? Like leak was like what? The trademark was like what 2 years ago, and like yeah, I'm a wait and see on them.
I like City.
I'm with JP. Like I'm with JP, man. I'm a wait and see type of person, man. Like these people see trade, man. You know how many trademarks people make? People make trademarks all the time for stuff and never put them to any use.
The thing is, for City, it's remember they had the Prestige, right? And right. I think they still need that one premium card, and that's not the Premier. So they got to get it, as well as a business card that's worth a damn. So that's why, I mean, when the guy told me last year that the Premier was going to come out, he was right. But I guess it did pretty well that they just kept kicking the can down the road and no need to really rush it. But you never know, like you said, Sledge, things could just took forever for Wells to put out their stuff. So you never know what these people are going to do.
Yeah, I'm still wondering on that. Makes like changing the everyday preferred and getting rid of the card. I'm like, I don't know what any of these companies are doing. So yeah, it's crazy.
Or Capital One with Saver, they pulled it and then 30 seconds later brought it back minus a word. You know, they took one out. So it's like,
they already had the Saver card.
Right, but they had wasn't the Saver One, right? It was called Saver One or something.
Well, they had no. The Saver was already a card. They just also had the Saver One, so they had both of them. They just got rid of the Saver One. I mean, come on, man. We already know we had 3 different Saver Ones. We got three different Savers. At least they narrowed it down a little bit for us. We still just got 3 different Savers.
Omar's asking, how's everyone? I appreciate y'all coming out tonight. Question, having diamond status, should I always book direct with Hilton, or should I still try to take advantage of FHR, edit, and so forth?
Yeah, take advantage of FHR always. Yeah. Never don't do that. Just put your Hilton number in.
Yeah. So
you recognize your diamond status.
Exactly with that. I think like those like recognize your status. I went to a Conrad in Mexico recently with FHR, and like I think you guys were talking about earlier in terms of like how much money you can save and whatnot. I think Amex is at like a 40-year anniversary or something like that, and we got like I think $400 in credits, and you add that on top of the Hilton business card, on top of the Hilton business card, because we had like $200 for FHR, and then we had more credits for the food. And then on top of that, had the Hilton business card, so I had like $50 on that. So like, literally, we're spending like $100 a day for food, like minimum. And basically, we got out of there only paying like $60.
Oh, did you did the 40th anniversary? Like you can get the third night free. I saw on some of them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly that.
Wow, that's pretty.
That ended in September, right, or something like that. It was not the full year, right?
Yeah, it was in September.
Yeah. Didn't you guys do that in NOLA? Didn't you do that? Xavier do it with the Roosevelt?
Yeah, Xavier did it where they had like a really cheap cash rate somehow for like, if you book 3 or 4 nights, and he got like 100 per day at the property.
He stacked with something else, right? He would just roll. He was paying for dinners left and right, like nothing. He was like, I gotta burn them. I was like, what?
Yeah, so I never even heard of that.
I think the idea is basically like what makes sense at the time. Honestly, like if the Hilton FHR makes more sense, I would do that. If it doesn't, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, now, I feel like
based on what this is, right? We're going to Puerto Rico, staying at a Hilton. You have the Surpass gives you gold status or whatever. Would you go up to a diamond before you go on that trip and do it?
No.
Why not?
I would.
I wouldn't.
I like being top level status.
All I'm worried about is getting like the dining credits. At least at that property is going to be 30 a day. So if I just have that at gold, I'm happy. So I'm like, what's diamond? I mean, diamond, obviously, what's it going to really give me, to be honest?
I mean, but if we're able to ball out on the roof and just,
off my penthouse,
free ball it on my penthouse out there, you know what I'm saying, Anthony?
I'm telling you, when I went to Plano, Texas, and they gave me that room that they gave me,
rooftop terrace.
Hey, listen. Hey, you can't tell me nothing about diamond status, man. I'm telling you, you can't tell me nothing about diamond status.
See, I actually think to this question for Tholmar, I think I have a limit. I think everybody has a different limit. Like if you're going to book FHR or book like diamond status, maybe points, it's like, how much do you want to pay in cash? Like, for example, say, for example, the FHR, the hotel we're going to in Puerto Rico is FHR. If you were going to pay that rate of, cash rate, it'd probably be for 5 nights. I mean, forget it, $3,000-$4,000, something like that. And right. I mean, if it's FHR, I'm getting the $100 first day, and then probably about 60 or 70 a day every day after that. So, you figure $300 in breakfast credits, 400 total. With all the dining credits, it's like, is that really making a difference on a $3,000 booking? No. In that case, I would opt to points. I would just be like, all right, cool, 100 or whatever it was, 280,000 points, and $30 a day with that particular brand. If it's a Waldorf, like 50. So I feel I don't know what your guys' limits are. I feel like my limits on an FHR are probably like, I don't know, if it's one day, maybe $350, $400, or maybe $400. I would say is the limit. That would like.
The extra to pay the difference of the room.
Yeah, like I would say if it's like $400, I think I would opt to points versus the cash, even though you can get the good. I mean, actually, 400, it's still not bad.
Yeah.
Maybe a little more than that, but I would say that's probably close to the limit.
No, and the reason I ask is the hotel in New York that I just stayed at was $600 a night. Then they gave me $200 from FHR, so I paid $400.
Yeah, that's high.
And when they put me in a $1,500 room, you know what? I'm happy as all hell. It's fine. When was I going to pay $1,500 a night? Never.
Yeah.
So, you know, so I get it, but there has to be a limit. I can't see spending. I think the first FHR kind of put a bad taste. It was a JW Marriott in Orlando, and I just didn't know what to expect. So that was on me. I should have known better, because the credit they give you, it sounds all great on paper, but then when they nickel and dime your parking, you're this, you're that. That was like a snack that they gave you in the long run, because I didn't expect that. But now I know better. But you know, their properties are it is what it is. You know, so
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you know what? Like I said it in one of the last lives, the price on the room is when I walk in that room, is what I put on it, because the hotel tell you anything for the price of the room, right? The same $1,500 room could be $300 one night,
right?
You understand what I'm saying? With dynamic pricing, you don't know what the price of these rooms are. The room is just whatever they said it is when you got there, or when you got ready to book that room. So I have to get in the room and put in my mind, put my own price on it. But that's why it's hard for me, like I said before, it's hard for me to value certain cent per point on a hotel, because what is the real price of that hotel room? Right? If you book that room, you can book the same room for the same day at a different time and get hundreds of dollars of difference in the price of that same room, right? So it's hard to figure out the price per point on certain hotel rooms. But when you get what kind of room did you get? A penthouse suite?
Yeah, junior suite.
Hey, that in itself is just priceless, right? Because you got the penthouse suite in this hotel.
There was only 4 rooms on that floor. 2 rooms like mine in another room. And then they had the 2 presidentials that when I looked it up, when I was there, they were $3,500 a night.
That's crazy. But you know what? All right, listen, I'm gonna tell you something funny. Now that was $3,500 a night. The 4 Seasons in Orlando. I told Anthony about this before. The 4 Seasons in Orlando. I've been trying to go there so many times. A standard suite is like $10K.
Oh, right. That's right.
No BS. You can look it up right now. It's gonna be somewhere between $2K and $10K. How much is the room? $2K and $10K. That's a huge difference, right?
No, I know.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a huge difference for the same room. So it's just hard for me to put value into some of the rooms like that. I just think for me, it's just the experience, man.
What about value on flights? So I booked a flight on United. I have to go check on my house. Economy was 110 or 115. Economy plus was 149. First class was 202. What would you do?
Wait a minute, say it again.
Yes, one more time.
So economy was 108, actually. It was 108. Economy plus, more leg room, was 149. And first class was 202. What would you do?
I'll book economy plus and then try to upgrade. I ain't talking about waiting to upgrade. A lot of times, you book economy plus and then you pay for the upgrade.
Right.
Sometimes you get it cheaper that way.
Yeah, I was just like, the first class was wide open at 202. I've never seen it that cheap.
First class was 202. I'm going
I took first class.
I got you.
Each way. I was like, all right, I'll take it.
Yeah, I'm going straight to first class.
And then QC Man is asking, what is the status like? Domestic status? It depends on how long the flight is. If the flight is less than 3 hours, you're going to get some sort of, you'll get alcohol no matter what, but you'll get some sort of box meal, which isn't the greatest, but the seats are more comfortable. I just like the ease of having more leg room and not have to deal with the nonsense. That's all it is. It's nothing next level at all, but for the $50 more than just economy plus, I'll take it. So Yuri's not totally wrong, but it's still way better than a lot of other stuff. So
in terms of that price, like I would I'll take the comfort. I would take the comfort.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what it is. I don't
at that price. Yeah,
I'm too old for nickel and diming it to death to sit in the back.
And then you also got to think of how you traveling and who you traveling with. You know what I'm saying? Like, is it just you and your wife? Is it you, your wife, 2 kids? You know what I'm saying? Like, all of that got to be in consideration with some people, because that's another thing that we see when we look at a lot of the creators online. They're flying by themselves, or they're flying with one person, but majority of the time they flying solo. You know what I'm saying? So that's a whole nother level than somebody flying with a spouse or with a spouse and kids.
That's a good point.
So
you're right.
Things that we have to look at.
You're right. I'm going by myself, so I picked it.
Business class, laid back in your laid back seat. Try that with 4 to 5 people. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same thing, man.
Yep.
JP says, JP Knowledge, I agree, Sledge. I average out the cost to other dates. When I went to Mexico City and stayed at the Hyatt Regency, it was listed at $1,000 per night, which is ridiculous, and they upgraded me to a suite. And,
that is ridiculous, though, man. We talk about a room, man.
Here's the hotel that Sledge was talking about, the Four Seasons in Orlando.
How much is it right now?
Well, if you go to the suites, it's $11,000 a night. 11,000.
Crazy, man.
But the cheapest one is $2,000 a night.
It's $2,000. Listen, think about that. That's the regular room. That's the regular room, bro.
Park view room.
The best sleep of my life, man. I got the best sleep of my life.
I've seen that room for $10K.
You look at the grass. Look out the window. Zoom in on there's nothing there.
No, you're in Orlando, man.
My point.
Yeah, you're in Orlando.
Oh, yeah. Is it because it's at Disneyland or Disney World? Is that the reason?
Man, listen, the Conrad's there, the Waldorf is there, the JW Marriott there. None of them are 10K. Like none of them are 2K.
But come on, look at those chairs, though.
How many of you are going to book this and like invite your friends over to have a party? Like, is that what this is? Look at that dining room. Who does
Only
that?
3 adults, max. It's 1,700 square feet, though.
Oh, cool, man. I'm gonna get there one day.
That's bigger than my house. My house is 1,300 square feet.
Oh, that's why it costs $11,000. That's the reason.
$11,000, bro. $11,000 for you to stay there for one night.
I'm with JP though. I better have the best sleep of my life. They better do things that have never been done to me before. I better wake up refreshed and 25 years old. I'm telling you right now. I don't know.
Posturepedic bed.
A question though. When you're paying that type of price, do you even leave the hotel? Do you leave the resort?
I can't. I can't. I can't. You know, but the thing is, I guess if I'm paying that kind of price, then I got the money to where I don't care.
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Like I got the money that I don't care. Like somebody like me, I can't pay $11,000 for a room, no matter the circumstance. You know what I'm saying? Like I just can't do it, bro. I'm
That's
not paying
a year of somebody's rent. Think about it. That's like somebody's rent for a year.
Yeah.
Still won't need the space.
You have the money though, like like you said, there's the Conrad, there's other places out there. Like, what would justify?
Yeah. Like right in that same vicinity. Yes, you got a Conrad. You got the Conrad. You got the JW Marriott. You got a Waldorf. You got a it's a hotel called the Lowe's Hotel, which is also a luxury hotel out there. There's a bunch of different luxury hotels out there. $11K, yeah, the Four Seasons is crazy.
Conrad's at $500 a night right in Orlando.
See, that's not bad though.
With a lagoon.
I mean,
and some kayaks.
Oh, the Ritz-Carlton. Don't forget the Ritz-Carlton. Ritz-Carlton's there.
See, but if you did FHR, you'd only pay $300, right? Because you got $200 towards that. So that's a slam dunk.
Right.
Filmo's talking all this caca. That's hilarious.
Yeah, I ain't gonna stay.
Oh Lord, that's your guy,
Yo, Jesse, it better be the happiest ending of all. Like,
right. Right.
But I have to ask, because this is something I've experienced or experimented with over the years. What is like the hotel or the brand where you guys did get the best night's sleep? Because I know for sure, out of all the different chains, all the different brands, I have I what, Joe? What?
I know what you're gonna
You just
say.
well, actually, the best sleep I ever had was the Hyatt place in where Joe is, where Joe's
No, it
house
was
is.
the Hilton Garden Inn,
Or sorry, Hilton Garden Inn. Sorry, not Hyatt Place. Hilton Garden Inn, whatever that, I forget, a Palm Coast Center.
Palm Coast.
Yeah. That was the best sleep of my life, and that was a $90 a night room. I
Literally,
don't
he
know
came
why
for
it's so good.
breakfast and he was like, I just had the best sleep of my life. I was like, what? He was like, it was the Hilton Garden Inn. But it's a nice spot. You stayed there, Sledge, in that same area last week when you went to
Yeah.
Palm Coast.
Yeah,
Where did you stay in Palm Coast, Sledge?
We stayed in the it was a Marriott probably. It was a courtyard or something like that. Yeah, because we was pretty much just passing through before we went to Savannah. Yeah.
Yo, but Anthony was so happy. He was like floating on air.
I was really well rested. But you guys have any like best sleeps?
The Andaz in Liverpool. The Andaz in London.
Oh,
On
wow.
Liverpool Street. That was some of the best sleep I've ever had.
Wow. Now, do you guys do your every time you stay at a hotel, I always recommend, do you guys do your bed bug checks as well? You checking your bed bugs?
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
For sure. No matter the quality of the hotel, any of that, for sure.
Right.
I have not done that. So I jump on my bed. So like it might, show some stuff. But I never check it out.
You know when I got bed bugs? My 10th wedding anniversary at the Jumari Hotel on 59th and Central Park.
Oh my goodness.
Back then, I didn't know about points and miles, and that was 15 years ago, 500 a night. And the bugs ended up on our bags, and we brought them home.
Oh.
I wanted to kill myself because then I find out that it's a lot of international travel, and that people on their bags it's there. Then I took my students on a college trip to Boston, and as I'm talking to my students, and they're like this, putting their stuff in the closet, they start getting lit up with bugs that were biting them. We had to put everybody's stuff in the garbage bags and move hotel. It was crazy.
Oh my goodness.
So now I'm checking everywhere I go.
You got to go underneath. You have to.
Jesus.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah. Check the blood spots. Check everything. It's
you'll be the blood spot.
But I think mine was, I don't know. I got to go back to the Ritz-Carlton, man. That Ritz-Carlton in Orlando. I don't know what it was. Something about that bed. I don't know if I was just tired from walking around down there, Disney area or whatever. But man, I swear, I think I had the best night's sleep in that bed. But
for me, it was the Marriott Marquis in Washington D.C. Was a great bed. That was really, really good. And actually, the one this past weekend was phenomenal at the Chatwall. And the robes they gave you, bro. We were gonna try to be slick and like, are these ours? They were like, nope, that's $115 a robe. So it's just like, damn. But it was almost like a weighted blanket with silk. It was phenomenal, man. Oh god.
Huh. Wow. Memphis Mike says, Anthony, I thought you might have said the Ancient Lore Village for the best night's stay. Oh, that was a good stay.
That was the Hobbit Village, right?
That was the Hobbit Village in Knoxville, Tennessee. Although, Calby was making a lot of noise next door, though. I don't know what they were doing, but they were making some noise, man.
Was Calby by himself? Wasn't he by himself?
No, he was with his. I mean, maybe some hobbits he was hanging out in his room, but.
I don't know what kind of freaky stuff you guys do down in Memphis, but whatever.
There was 2 doors separating us. I told him to keep it down, but
Damn. Yo, JP's next
where's Calby from? Where's Calby from?
Originally, he's like you in Ohio.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Oh, another Ohio boy.
Yo, look at Omar OC.
Omar with the 10 super chat. He says, appreciate the answers. What are your thoughts on Accor hotels? I did build status to platinum, or should focus on Hilton having diamond? Finally, who's better, concierge, MasterCard, or Visa Infinite?
Oh snap! That's you.
I mean, definitely MasterCard definitely beats Visa Infinite. I think. I mean, check Calby's video, the recent one we did with Sledge's, party. I think MasterCard for sure. But I don't know. What do you guys think about Accor hotels? I haven't experienced them yet.
I don't either. I don't have any experience in them at all. I actually never even heard of them.
Wait, is that the hotel where it has a transfer with City, or am I wrong about that?
Yes, I think you're correct.
Yeah,
Let me just make sure.
Because I was looking into one of those a little bit, but I haven't actually had much experience with them yet, though.
I'm gonna get you an answer right now. I'm just gonna check something that I was wondering how this works.
Jordan said he slept 14 hours.
So yeah, it looks like they had some promotions here. I think it's a full transfer partner, as you say, JP here, with the core hotels. But let me look it up.
Yeah, I was looking at the redemption rates didn't seem appealing, but maybe I could be wrong. I was checking like a while back, so I'm not sure.
Oh, it says a core hotel. Is that correct? I'm not sure. I thought we had one here in downtown Greenville, but I could be wrong. I'm not sure. I'm not actually sure. I think I heard some people mention. I think we had this question on last live I did, where some people thought that they were really nice hotels.
So they are. I'm looking at the founders card has a discount for them of 20 to 40% off, and they have higher end hotels like Raffles is one of their brands, Makati in Manila, the Mondrian in Mexico City. So it looks like it's one of those boutique SLS hotels in Buenos Aires. Yeah, so it has some higher end boutique hotels. They have them all over: Palladio, Buenos Aires, Mondrian in Singapore, Sofitel in Sydney, Paris. You got it. So.
But no, definitely go. Yeah, I think they're both good, MasterCard and Visa Infinite, at least to the second part. I could speak to a little bit more, but I definitely think MasterCard did a better job every time we called them. Terrell mentioned that. Oh yeah, thanks again for the super chat, Omar. Appreciate you, sir. Terrell says I booked fine hotels with Amex for 3 days separately at the same property and triggered the $600 credit. Can I also get the Amex experience credit 3 times? And that's something Sledge was talking about earlier.
Okay, it's kind of up to the hotel,
right?
But the hotel isn't supposed to give it to you more than once in a row. Yeah. So it's gonna be kind of up to the hotel. You're gonna have to check out and check back in in order to get these credits. Yeah, like that's gonna be the only way, and hope that they don't say anything about it. But hey, I hope it worked for you, Terrell. Because if it worked for you, you know your boy gonna try. I thought about doing it in Savannah, but I was like, yeah, I ain't gonna try it this time. But if Terrell get away with it, oh yeah, it's on from there.
Yeah. It's one of those things where it's like over the years, everyone kind of just ends up saying the same thing, which is like, oh, you can't use it in the same hotel. But then you get people who try it and they're like, oh no, it worked for me. They gave me the credit.
Right. They get the credit. Shoot.
I mean, when you think about it, technically, it's a new booking. So like,
yeah,
right. It makes sense to me that you should be able to do it. But like, I don't know.
Right, because of the new booking, you should be able to do it. But Amex rules say that you can't do it.
Oh, okay. So okay.
Yeah, Amex rules say that you can't do it, but if the property lets you, then it is what it is. You know?
This would be a great thing for like a player 2 strategy, like just switching. I think people do that, but like switch nights and stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Look at QC man, his response at the end.
Just a whole new costume.
That's it.
Check in. You know, that's kind of what I did actually in New Orleans for the Waldorf. I kind of did the same thing because I booked one night FHR, one night with just points at the Hilton, and I tried to film it, but it didn't really work out. But I wanted to be like, all right, I'm checking out, and then spin around, all right, I'm checking in, something like that. And I kind of did that. I like walked away and then came back, but yeah, it's true.
Anthony and Joe, y'all doing FHR in Puerto Rico?
No, because the points that they offered on the 5th night, you got it free, right? So instead of 350,000 points, it was 280,000 points.
Right.
So I let it rock like that. But I will I'm gonna do your move, Sledge. I'm gonna go get the Aspire before I go, so that I'm gonna show up there and get upgraded. What the hell?
I told you what I'm doing. I'm staying at the Conrad in Miami, and I'm just gonna take a helicopter over every day. So I'll see y'all
fire,
whenever I
bro.
get there. Yeah,
Only you would do that. Only you.
Helicopter.
Hey, Jordan made a point though. You know what? I got to go back to the answer that question that Anthony asked.
What?
You know the best night's sleep that I get in the hotel? I think it's every time I travel, because it's like, man, you out and about all the time and whatever. When you sleep in there. You know what I mean? Like when you sleep in there, man. So I think every time I travel, it don't matter where I'm at, I'll probably get a great night's sleep. So.
I can't sleep when I'm away. I have to take something to fall asleep.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it freaks me out. I can't do it. I don't know. I don't rest.
Listen, we kick it from start to finish. So when we lay down on that bed, bro, I'm probably done. So.
Well, Filmo said he stayed at the Coxford.
Oh my god.
Croxford. Oh my god, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Phil. I can't see.
I mean, Joe, if you really,
I'm sorry.
Listen,
I know you think about these things all the time, but
without me saying anything to Filmo, ask Filmo how was his experience at the Crockford. I guarantee you, he said that was one of the best hotel stays he's ever had. Man, that's a great hotel. Like that hotel is a great hotel.
Well, he said they gave him the credits for the 2 separate bookings.
That's what's up.
Yo, Davo, don't start, Davo. All right, because I messed up. I couldn't see it. I apologize.
Yeah, I always reference.
JP.
I always talk about Sledge's experience at the Crockfords.
QC man is hilarious, bro. He be saying the funniest stuff.
That's funny. But
Sledge,
someone
did you do a video at the Croxford?
Mm-hmm.
Did you put? You did, right?
That was at the last meetup. That's what I said. The last meetup. Yeah. I went there because I stayed at various properties in Vegas, man. But I went in there and I'm like, first of all, you got to go through the Golden Gates to come in, right? I'm like, wait a minute, you got to go through Golden Gates to come through here? I'm like,
yeah.
No, it was over from that point, man. Like that hotel is very nice.
That's so cool.
Yeah, anytime someone brings up Vegas, I talk about your story there, where they actually came down and got you, like management found you wherever you were in the hotel. Yeah,
bro, we ordered a sea bass. The sea bass is $128, right?
Oh my.
They only cook it. They only start cooking it after you pay for it. But they didn't tell me that though, because it's $128. You know what I'm saying? They don't want nobody to run off. I get it. They didn't tell me that though. I ordered a sea bass. We going on about our life. You know, now you know how big that place was after he was down there. That thing is huge. I don't know how this waitress found me, bro. I'm sitting down. She come up to me like, "Excuse me, sir. We don't start cooking until you pay for the sea bass." I'm like, what? It's like a half an hour later. But they did start cooking it because by the time we got over there, it was already ready. But yeah, it was a good experience though, man.
I didn't realize that. Oh, so that wasn't for the room being ready. That was just for the meal being ready.
Yeah, that was the meal. Because like I said, because the sea bass was 100. It's just one fish too. Just one. It's shareable, of course, because it's the whole fish.
Wow.
But yeah, that one sea bass was 128. It was either 128 or $140. One of those.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
That was a whole credit.
Yeah,
we spent a whole credit on that fish.
Wow, I didn't realize that. So I've been telling people the wrong info for like over a year now. I was just telling like you were like your room wasn't ready, so like you went and walked around, and they came and found you. I didn't realize it was the sea.
Now let's go back to when we came there, when we got in there, because you know the Hilton, the Conrad, and the Crocker are in the same building.
Yeah.
The Crockford has its own check-in, which nobody was at. They take you over when you go to check in. They take you over to the concierge. When you get to the concierge escorted us from the concierge place to our room up there on the 68th floor of that building. I got in there, man, and I'm like, this room is magnificent. Like this room was the first room I went in, and I'm like, there was a remote for everything. There's a separate remote for the blinds and the curtains. So the blinds got a remote, the curtains got a remote, the fan had, like, man, this room it was beautiful, man. I swear it was.
Wow.
It's like I think I told you, Sledge and Anthony, when at the chat wall, they had a remote in the bathroom. I'm like, what is this remote for? And I kept going into the main room and it wasn't working. All of a sudden the guy comes to bring something in and he goes, oh, that's for the TV in the bathroom. I said, where's the TV? And it was in the mirror.
In the mirror, man.
So the toilet the seat was heated in the toilet. It was like being in my Tesla. Like seriously, like I got a heated seat and I could watch the screen in a place you didn't think you could watch TV. And it was great.
Wow.
Beautiful screen. Like everything was just amazing. Next level, you know? So does anybody have any questions here in the chat? Because we're going on an hour.
Yeah.
And 45.
Start wrapping up.
Anybody have any questions?
It was a remote for a remote.
It was, John. It was.
I will say,
doesn't John look cute in that picture? Go back to John's picture.
Whoa.
Look at how cute John looks. He has that angelic glow behind him. Look at that picture of John.
Wow.
Right? Look at that. I would trust that face. I would put him as an authorized user.
Authorized user, yeah.
Yes.
We'll say one of the last questions here. YouTube or Jesse says, why does this place have a 4.2 star rating? Encano Lodge, Pigeon Forge, Riverside. And so I looked it up. I wanted to see myself. I thought it was interesting.
Might be nice.
Oh, look at that. Now that's
but that's nice.
That's powerful.
Hey, for Encano Lodge, that don't look bad. I ain't gonna lie to you. See, $58 a night.
50.
Yeah.
That's a
JP. How old are you, JP?
34.
So when you were a kid, did your parents take you on road trips and you had to stay at different motels, like motels?
Yeah, Motel 6, Super 8. Yeah.
So when I was a kid, there was something called Days In or something that was like really cheap. And it was the 70s. And we had to sleep. My parents didn't even give us a sheet. We slept on the dirty ass rug. That looking back now, if you had a black light, I'm sure God knows how much DNA I had on me. It was disgusting looking back. But that's how we slept. We used to go get one bed, $8, and keep it moving. I swear to God. So now Wyndham owns them. Back in the day, that wasn't it, bro. There was no Wyndham attached to that.
You know what's funny? You know what's funny though, Joe? What? Man, y'all actually went on road trips, man. Y'all was rich.
That's what my wife says. She was trips. We used to go every. I swear to God, you're not kidding. You know,
my grandfather was a trucker, so that's why I would go on trips with him as he was trucking.
See, that's fun though. My father made it a point to go from literally Canada all the way down to Florida. Every summer we went somewhere different. And it was really cool. We had that Brady Bunch station wagon with the wood panels and shit like that. So that's what we would do. But it was fun. The motels, if it had a pool, we were fine. That's all we needed.
They have you guys sit outside, so you don't know how many people are going to the room, wait in the car.
Exactly. With no air conditioner. God forbid you had the air conditioner with the car running. Forget it.
Yeah, I'm still rich. Hey, JP made a valid point, right? It's a couple pet peeves I have about hotels. It's like, why do they make some of the lights so difficult in the hotel, right? Mm-hmm. You go in the hotel, and it's like the light switch is over here. It's for the lamp that's over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, why do they make it so difficult for you? Why isn't the bathroom light in the bathroom? You know what I'm saying? Like on the bathroom light on the outside of the bathroom. Yep. Man, why do they make it so difficult, man? I don't get it, bro.
Did you have a camera in my room last week? We're going to sleep, and Terry's like, shut off the light. I'm hitting the buttons. I did. She goes, no, you just turn
You're
them
on the
on.
wall over there
And then
somewhere.
she had her own set, and we're fighting. And I said, just unplug the damn thing because it won't go off. It was like cursed. There was too many buttons. I didn't understand it.
Yeah, they made the life too complicated in some of these hotels, man. I do not get it.
You know what I like? I like the ones where you have to put the key card in the light holder,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
you
yeah,
can turn
yeah,
the
yeah.
lights on. It's
Yeah.
like,
Or to have the air conditioning run.
Yeah.
So you know what I do? I ask for an extra key because they're slick. They want to save it. So I keep the extra key in there running all day long. I don't care. I'm sorry, you know, Earth, but I'm gonna run the AC. I'm paying for the room.
I think the funniest one I had, I stayed at the public hotel in Lower East Side, New York, and like when you go into the room, you press the light, it turns on, and it opens the curtains, but they don't tell you how to close the curtains. So I'm going around the entire room trying to like press each button I can find to close the curtains. It took me like 20 minutes to figure out how to do that. Oh my god!
Why do they make it so difficult, bro? We talking about lights and curtains, right? God, no.
I'll
I think
say
it's about time we wrap this up, y'all. What y'all think?
I was
I'm
about
good
to
with
say
that.
yes.
Man.
Well, I will say, Sledge, again, thank you, and obviously everybody in the community. Thanks for, letting me into the community, having fun with it, letting me host the first one since I've been joined or have joined.
First one of the year, man.
First one of the year too. So
Yeah,
I hope
no
I did a
pressure.
good job with it. I know
You
I'm new
did.
to this, so I don't know, but you guys are amazing, and I appreciate all of you who did, come in. I will just say for everybody, the people that we have here, here's everybody who is on tonight. If you haven't subscribed already, we got Sledge, Ink team right there. We have Call Me Lonnie, who came out a little bit earlier. Tiki's Adventures. Got Jackie, who was on a little bit earlier. Joe Barretto. And here's Filmo. Oops, that was
Filmo. Filmo
and
has
then we
81
have,
now. Wow.
he's got 81.
All right.
And JP Buffett, who is on the screen at the moment. So go and subscribe if you haven't already. Definitely.
JP, you got the
all amazing
flyest
people.
looking one, bro. Seriously.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean,
JP
come on,
is just like next level.
That's amazing. Look at
Hey, JP is me 30 years ago.
JP got that. He got that Lenny Kravitz suave, cool ass. Like when I grow up, I want to be JP.
Oh man.
Hey man.
Yo, Anthony, you didn't put your channel up.
Stupid. Always
He's like, damn, I didn't do it. Damn, I
didn't
do it.
And then for the super chats, Omar, appreciate you, sir. Jordan, as always, appreciate you. Emmanuel, Fun, and John R. Appreciate you guys and everybody who is coming in. And Filmo, he's going to debut very soon. Filmo's World videos coming out very, very soon. So
Can't wait.
Filmo's World.
Thank you all. Enjoy and have fun. Enjoy the night. The rest of the night. Take care, everyone.
Good night.